Talking Again podcast.
Now tuned in to the tap in. We talking again. Yeah. Welcome to the podcast. Might talk a little shit, get a little brash. Might drink a little bit, smoke a little bit. Vibe a little bit, laugh a little bit. Yeah. Hosted by Fidel. Tell it like it is, only tell it real. Live every Tuesday, you know the deal. We talking again. You now tuned in to the tap in.
What's up, everybody? This is Fidel Talking Again podcast. I'm here in another show. I'm here with my special guest from the Familia Round Table. But I think it's more appropriate if we let Alexander, the Hood Foodie, start the introductions in his way.
You know it, fam. Familia, please introduce yourselves.
This is Marla G. Hey.
Amaris.
And of course, you got the host, Fidel Avendaño Jr.
And your boy, the Hood Foodie.
There you go, you guys. I'm so glad that we finally made this possible. After how many dates that we tried to figure out? I mean,
multiple.
It's been a couple. What, like 3 months?
I'm like, I feel like it was me.
No, I mean we're all busy.
Yeah.
We all got
Yeah,
stuff
but you guys
to.
have Friday nights free.
Yeah, I think for the most part,
weekends are like my grind time.
Yeah, I definitely, I can. Thankfully, my wife is very understanding, and she helps me out a lot. So I can readjust my schedule any way I can, or if I have to. That's why I always say I'm available almost every night at 8 p.m. You know, it just makes it easier. But I mean, I'm definitely booked every single day. It's just that I'm able to readjust. You know, but we're all busy. We all got things to do. I mean, you have 5 or 6 businesses. You got 4, 5, 6. You got 4, 5, 6 businesses. I mean. It's insane. That's one of the things that we're gonna get into. This, like, how do you guys all manage it, Marla? Like, it's a lot of work, and you're a mama.
I know I'm a mom. Like, honestly, you just gotta keep pushing. And yes, it's very important to take a few days off, you know, to recover and then get back to your grind.
Yeah. Amaris?
I don't handle it. I'm kidding. I'm like, I feel like I don't handle it. I'm like always like trying to balance it.
Yeah.
Even today, I left the pop-up event and I was driving here, right? And I was like, I feel like I forgot something. I was like, what did I forget? I left the money box on the table.
Oh man!
I called my boss because I just got lucky with this pop-up because I'm working the event under another company, so I have appearances through a company.
Yeah.
And then a vendor didn't show up. And then so Thursday, I was like doing like a walkthrough and stuff and helping the company I work with put up banners. And they're like, hey, we have an extra vendor thing. Do you want to set up? And I was like, I have a little bit of product at home, like I guess, and I'll do a little bit. I did some last night. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then so like I wasn't supposed to. And then luckily my company was like, yeah, you could do both. Like they were super cool about it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, no, but I was like driving here and I was like, shit, the money box is on the table. Like a box full of money was on the table.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
I called her. I was like, I left the money box on the table because everyone was there till 10. They let me leave early for this. Yeah. And I was like, I left the money box on the table. I left the money box on the table. Go back. And she's like, I'm running back. I was like, thank you. Yeah. See, so we don't got it handled.
And Alexander, what about you?
I mean, it just comes naturally, right? Like I don't even try. Like it just. I think it spreads itself out at its own pace, or like I don't feel pressured. And you know, I just do whatever feels right, and it seems like everything just like I don't feel it.
Yeah. You
know, people tell me like, "Damn, bro, you're a hustler, this and that." I mean, for me, like, it must be the fact that I'm like so passionate about this that you know, like the saying goes, you know, it's like you never work a day in your life when you do something that you love because damn, like I don't feel it, bro. I don't.
You seem like the kind of guy that you would probably be really bummed out if you were just at home not doing much. Like you got to be out there, you got to be active. Even if you're at home, you got to be working. You know, on the phone. Hey, posting on Instagram.
You know what?
That shit's a TikTok. That's a 24 hours 7. You know, it's a lot of work.
It's funny you say that, bro, because recently, like you know, I got into the pop-up world, and it actually started taking away a lot from like what I was doing, like the foundation of the Hood Foodie.
Yeah.
And I started noticing that I was getting like depressed, like more, like I was getting like running into a lot more depression episodes, only to find out that, you know, once I started going back to these like small businesses and interacting with them, and you know, that's my energy, like that's the foundation of the Hood Foodie, like me going out to these places and connecting with them, and like that's what fuels me.
Yeah.
So
Makes a lot of sense.
oh no, yeah,
You got to go sometimes. I mean, a lot of times, I mean, you do have to adjust, and you do have to, you know, if you want to prosper and, you know, continue the success, right? The growth. But at the same time, you have to find that 25th or 26th hour of the day to go back and do the thing that brought you there, you know, the passionate thing, you know? And I think if you make the room for it.
just like you said, it's like, I mean, I'm also going to do this. I mean, hopefully I never stop loving this. But, you know, yeah, like if it gets to a point where it's like, once I stop loving it, it's like, but I honestly don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Because it's so fulfilling, you know. Yeah.
Right. That reward is that right there, right? The you know, the people, the feedback that you get from
The
everybody.
love.
The love from the familia. Speaking of which, you know, when we went on that live on that tap room, somebody, well, you know what? It was JR from JR and the crew. It was JR from JR and the crew, and he put, it's an interesting combination. And what he meant by, I think what he meant by that, you can correct me if I'm wrong, JR, but it was this duo or this four quadruple, I don't know, whatever. This group right
This
here.
power team,
This
guys.
power
Power team.
So it is interesting. Yes, I'll give you that. But I think the most interesting part is how we all got connected, how we all were introduced. That's probably the most interesting. Amaris, you want to start off? How do you know this guy, Marla, myself?
I think through you, or was I following you before I was following Fidel? Because of the trucking thing? I'm trying to think. I don't even know.
I don't know, but I know Fidel posted you, and I'm like, oh, she's so cute. Let me follow her.
I was like
So
a
that's-
baby when you
That's
first
how it
met me.
happened.
you're still a
Follow
baby.
you. I like your vibe. Definitely like your vibe. So
Oh, thank
that's
you.
why I follow
Puras
you.
vibras right here.
I feel like when I met Fidel, though, I was just so new to everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I was.
Yeah. No, I remember. I think you had just
I had just started modeling.
you
Yeah.
had just started modeling. You had done a beauty pageant a few years
I always
ago.
did pageants when I was
Yeah,
younger.
pageants, yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
you were doing that Long Beach
Oh, I was
race
Miss
show.
Toto Grand Prix of
There
Long
you go.
Beach. Yeah,
That's
I
what it
always did
was.
pageants. That was my
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then at Toto Grand Prix of Long Beach, someone put me in connection with an agency, another model, Aaliyah. Do you know who Aaliyah is?
Yeah.
Yeah, she put me in connection, and then things just went on from there.
Now I don't know Aaliyah personally, but I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
she's very cool. I like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like a monster girl now, and she works with all these really
So
good
workers-
companies.
Wasn't she doing like
Oh, okay.
the LA Kings, like
Not anymore. I know she does
But she was,
sports
right?
recording
Okay.
though. She did media broadcasting, I believe, at Cal State Fullerton.
yeah.
Yeah. No, she's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she does media broadcasting from home, and I think she has this set up in her garage and
Nice.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. hmm
There you go.
Yeah, and she's the one. I know her before. I might have known her before that, and then she's all like, "Oh, like this is who I've been working with, and you should be working with them too." And then that's
Yeah.
how I started everything. And then I think my first event was a calendar.
Mm.
That's when I met Fidel. I think that's where I met you. I can't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
remember. I
That's
feel
where
like
we
it's
met.
been
What year
a
was
long
it?
time.
What year?
It was
Well,
3 years ago.
You were on the January of 2021.
That's recent. Or that was like kind of
So you were on another one before.
What year did you
yeah,
start?
3 years
yeah.
ago.
Oh,
Because
that's right.
that one picture's still viral.
Yeah.
There's 2 from that shoot that still
Like
go
2019?
around.
You started?
So
Yeah, I
it was
think-
2019 then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I was young, but I was a very sheltered child, and I lived at home. And then like I had just moved out. Like my whole life was just changing. But like I was in college working 3 jobs. I was working in restaurants. Like modeling was non-existent. Yeah.
If they go back and listen to the first episode, Amaris said, you know what? I'm not that comfortable posing so much in a bikini, but I'll get there one day. And now she got tangas out there everywhere.
No, I
I
gotta
think it's
watch
safe to
what I.
say that she's comfortable.
No, but I
She-
do
she's
gotta
owning
watch what
it.
I post because of a lot of companies I work with, and I just want to keep a clean image.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, but especially the motorcycle company I work with, I really have to watch. And like I'm one of their OG models too.
Okay.
And then so all those girls, like I kind of had to set the tone for everyone. I learned because before, I think at one point, like I think Instagram numbers were in my head, and I would post like bikini pictures hoping I would get followers, and now I just don't care. But when I stopped caring is when it grew. But I set the tone for other girls. Just like when you work with a bunch of girls and one girl does one thing, that means everyone's gonna look at you to kind of try and do the same thing. So I have to set the tone for other girls, because you know, like if I'm posting like my butt, all of them are gonna think it's okay to do that too. Right. You know, so I got to be careful about what I post. You know, but it is hard because of the boxing rings, and one of the companies has me in a really tiny skirt and shorts, and another company has me in a long dress. So it's just like, but I still try and be very careful. Like I don't really post too many bikini ones anymore. I have to really be careful about what I post, especially because of the motorcycle company and I travel with them. So that's my only thing. I think before I was a little more like, I feel like I was a little more daring, and I was just trying to get my Instagram numbers up, and then I stopped caring.
Yeah. Well, you know, speaking of Instagram numbers, Marla, you're not shy about, you know, the numbers as far as, you know, your number of followers. They've grown very substantial. It's a substantial amount of followers that you have. How did that go about? And it seems to be like you're one of the first ones to kind of get it going.
Yeah, I mean, it all started from MySpace. You know, all my followers.
Amaris doesn't know what MySpace is.
I didn't have one.
I know, from like Facebook to Instagram, you know, and like kind of relates to what this babe was saying about you kind of have to pose a little bit exotic, you know, to get followers and stuff. But honestly, that was part of my persona. I think it kind of is still, but I'm a little bit more like chill. But yeah, you just put yourself out there, and I think my followers, and of course, and doing events and stuff, you meet new people, and it's just word to word, and people, and yeah.
I think when you just start meeting people is when it grows. Because girls ask me all the time, like, how do you grow it? And I was just like, literally like meeting people. Because sometimes I would go to like music videos and not say hi to anyone because I'm shy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And then like doing a lot of the biker events that I have to do, like I meet a lot of people, or just music videos. I have to meet people, you know? And I started just like being a little bit nice. Well, not nicer, but like being like, hey, do you have an Instagram? But I hate doing that. Like I feel uncomfortable being like, hey, do you have an Instagram? Because I don't want life to be about Instagram.
Right. But you're right.
Right now, it's what it is now, right?
That's
Before it used to be like, what's your number?
But I feel like people nowadays, especially working in LA so much, and then I work in the clubs, it's the first thing girls ask is, how many followers do you have? I'm like, it's none of your business. Like, it just doesn't bother me, because I was booking music videos at 1,000 followers. I booked Platicame de Ti at probably 1,000 followers. And that's like, I think it's over like 3 million views now. Yeah. So that was my first video, and you know, my followers didn't mean anything. How I got that video is I was working a promo at a grocery store, and someone posted me like saying like, oh, look who I found. And then one of their followers is a director, and asked them like, hey, who's that girl? And they had another girl booked and canceled me, and then canceled them and put me in. But it was literally from someone posting me at a grocery store.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I used to see Fidel doing my market promos, remember?
Yeah, she was over here, and I was like, I know this girl. I know this is smart. This is Amaris. And I went up to her, and I was like, hey, and then it was, I remember the name, it was Bohemia. It was Bohemia. But you know, here's the thing. It was funny. It was cool. I got to see her. I was like, what's up? How you doing? I think we even exchanged IGs, right? Networking.
IGs? He's like, we exchanged IGs.
I'm young. I'm hip. And you know, the funniest thing, though, was she was with the dog that day.
A dog?
Yeah, she had a
dog?
It was a rep. You know how, like, when you do you ever do in-store promos? No, they're just like beer promos. It was like good side money because you got paid like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I hate them now. Like I'll never go back. Yeah,
Oh,
see,
yeah.
I did the gate too. I did like every beer company because I was just trying to work. But now I'll never go back to those. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, girl.
Well, she had
my rep, but you know how you have
6-foot
reps.
dog with them.
You know how they send you with like reps, like guys who kind of watch over you to make sure that you're doing your job and creeps don't bother you. And like my rep was like, he had partied the night before for a onesie party, and I guess he didn't make it home, but he had to make it to work, so he had to do the in-store promo with me. But that's what you get, you know. You got work the next day.
He had a onesie.
He was
of
a onesie.
Wow.
Because he didn't make it
Like an actual
home.
dog.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, he didn't make it home.
Wow.
But that's what you get when you want to
That's-
be irresponsible.
yeah.
You got to be embarrassed.
I know, babe. That's
what
true.
what are some of the things that you did some promos that got there?
Yes.
What are some of those gigs like? How was that the experience? Like, you a lot of hey, want to take a picture? No, me pegan, you know, like that kind of deal.
No, because I mean it's part of my job. I had to keep
Mhm.
it cool,
Yeah.
you know. But you know, they would be like, "Hey, let's have a drink after," or "Let's drink right now," and I'm like, "No, I'm at work."
Well, today, like, I was technically working for the motorcycle company. It's a motorcycle attorney, and they have like just a table of giveaways. So you just greet people who come by the table, and you're like,
Right.
"Hey, do you want anything?" And a guy was like, "Oh, does this bandana come with your number?" And I was like, "No, but this business card comes with my lawyer's number."
Yeah.
And he just like looked at me, but I just like I feel like you have to say, yeah, like if guys are
Set
talking
that
too
tone
long,
early, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like I worked Grand Prix like 2 weekends ago or last weekend, and I was working with a new girl. She's like, you turn him off so well, because guys would be talking to me for a while and just getting like too much. I'd be like, oh, thank you, have a good rest of your day. Like I would cut him off because you just have to be like, thank you.
Yeah.
Be like, thank you, have a good day though. And then I just like I cut it off like that, and I just like try and do it nice and like play it off so that they don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to do that.
It's a yeah. It's funny how it works.
So
There's a lot of creepers.
That's what that means. Nah.
I got it now. Speaking of which, how is it that you and I met?
Shit.
I know. I had a boy crush on you before you had one on me.
Well, no, like, cause bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. My mind is shocked, bro. I don't even remember yesterday. So, like, I think the question here is, when did you find out about me?
When that? Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, now I know. That's a perfect question
excited
to trigger how it was. You know what it was, and you know this person. So I had on this show, I had on Jimmy Sauces, and he came on, and we're talking, and
That's
then
right.
and
That's
he goes, oh, dude, I really like this guy that I've been watching on Instagram. He's a really cool dude. His name's the Hood Foodie, and I'm like, I never heard of him. And then he goes, yeah, man, you got to follow him. Check it out. And that's when I started following you, because when he told me. And he goes, man, I love it, man. He always comes up and he goes, and he did it right here. I think we recorded it, so you can go back and watch it. Jimmy Sauces. And he goes, yeah, he always says, tell him that the Hood Foodie sent you. And you still have the same, the same thing. But that's how I remember. That's how I connected with the Hood Foodie.
No,
And then after that, I was just like,
well, no, then I think you reached out, right? And then you're like, hey, you know what? I would love to have your podcast. And I think that actually kind of evolved to where, like, they saw me and they were like, hey, you know what? We love his energy. What I can only speak what I think, and that's when they reached out to you, and then obviously that they wanted to connect with me, and obviously the reason why we put this together was because we just wanted to see what it felt like, what can come out of it. You just never know, and who better than than Amaris and Marla, the ones that reached out to you to try to get to me. So it's only fair to like have this sort of panel, like you said, like the all-star panel kind of thing, so because everybody, we all specialize in what we do. So
well, I definitely share your videos every single time. Every time I get a chance, I might have shared it to Marla and Amaris a few times, and they're probably like, "What the fuck, man? Stop sharing this shit." No, but they're
this is food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, because again, I love the energy, and I was like, I know that, Marla's always been cool, and I know, your hometown girl, Whittier girl, right? Can I say where you're from?
Yeah.
You want to bleep it out?
Well, I'm actually from Highland Park, but
Highland Park. But you should stay. Yeah, she stays in Whittier, and we already know Whittier has a big culture, huge culture. Amaris from Whittier. I was just telling you guys earlier, like I did a podcast in Whittier. There's a lot of talent in Whittier,
I think,
and it's just
in Uptown too, they have like podcast spaces that you could rent.
Oh, is that right?
I think. Don't quote me.
Maybe.
I think.
I mean, there's probably podcast.
Because there's
spaces
another
everywhere.
podcast that runs in Uptown, and I'm pretty sure there's like somewhere you could rent and like the podcasting is already set up for you. But don't quote me.
I'm telling you, there's again, there's a lot of creativity out there. You have the deep, sometimes you got deep talks over there, and when you're podcasting, you got some deep talks. every once in a while, you got some guys that are just kind of like rambling the fuck on, and then at the end of the day, we just kick back and we start talking again and styling and profiling. That's what we do. I'm trying to throw in all the podcasts in there.
Oh no, yeah, that was beautifully done, bro. I caught it like right away, like. But
that's what it is. I mean, there's a lot of talent out, and that's why I say very comfortably, I say local podcasting, because that's what we do, man. We try to exploit and showcase the community, and I think doing so, it's just kind of one way to give back. Not everybody can buy your merchandise and shop and eat everywhere you can, but hey, all it takes is a like, a follow, a share. Those little things. That's all it takes, and a lot of people forget that.
I had I don't know if you guys saw, but I posted on my story like 2 days ago, where it's like a receipt. It was like a drawn thing, but it was a receipt. And it was like $0 to post, $0 to share, zero. One of my friends got offended. He's all like, "You don't need to be posting stuff like that." And I was like, "But social media is everything for a small business." And he was like so offended that I posted that, and I was like, I'm offended that you got offended by it. I'm not trying to make a big deal about it, but I was just like, no, social media is a lot to like small businesses.
Oh yeah.
And that's basically how you cut off all the cancer. I mean, that's when you know when the real ones are with you. I mean, either they're with you or they're without you. They're against you. Like, and he made it pretty obviously.
Well, yeah.
Have you had to deal with some of those people, like people that you've been really cool with, and then all of a sudden, like, oh fuck, dude, what the hell? And I gotta cut them off. Because I mean, I've cut out a lot of friends
every day.
Let's not even talk about like followers. I want to talk about friends, like actual friends.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about cutting off.
She's bringing it down.
I'm not good at cutting off people, though.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to know when you cut off someone, do you let them know why? That's what I want to know. Do you let them know why you cut him off? Or you just...
What would you guys do in the instance that I just told you? Because I'm wondering, because I don't want to be friends with this person anymore, but like it's been one of my good friends for a long time, and I see this person pretty frequently.
Yeah.
Like even if I try to avoid this person, I see them frequently. But I was kind of offended by that. And then he's like, "You're just being sensitive."
Yeah.
And I was like, "But why do you got to say something?"
I would say, do you have to think about it? Like his friendship?
No, what happens is like sometimes I feel like people get toxic and I just give myself a mental break. And right now I just need a mental break from a lot of people. So I have to give myself a little bit of breathing room and just focus. I call it grounding. And I just kind of like try and bring myself back to where I need to be. Because, there's sometimes where I'm confident and I'm like, I don't care. And then there's other times where, I'm in a plateau and I care, because I don't see myself moving. Do you guys understand what I mean?
No, yeah. We all go through it.
Yeah. No, and so I feel like right now I'm in a little bit of a plateau. And then him just making that comment just like irked me a little bit more. So like, but it's just like, I just need a break.
I'll answer your question by answering Marla's question that she proposed to us, which was, do you let them know or do you just cut them off? And normally, or I guess when I do, I just normally just cut them off. But everybody's different. There's certain people that you care about that you're gonna cut them off, but you don't cut them off entirely, completely. That's when you let them know, like, hey man, I just, easy, I'm just not gonna follow you anymore. Like, I don't know. I've never had to say it because there's no one like that I've ever had to cut off. But for the most part, when I do cut people off, I don't tell them.
But yeah, I don't even unfollow people though. I just ignore them. You know what I do? Is
I won't unfollow.
I mute them because I don't like I don't care for the drama. I don't care for making a big deal because you know how like kill them with kindness. I just mute them on Instagram so I don't have to see them.
Oh no, I let them know.
You do?
I let them know.
So your question was it because like, do you give them that courtesy of telling them why, that they should know why, or is it just like?
No, because it happened to me.
Okay.
Someone I thought we were tight, we were cool, we were like about promoting each other, and then I get unfollowed by that person, and I'm like, I reach out to the person like, hey, is it Instagram or did you really unfollow me? And I completely get ignored. So I'm like, I'm only human. Like, tell me
Yeah.
what I did so I can
Give me
maybe.
closure.
That's why I don't agree with the
Exactly.
unfollowing either, because it's like it could be over like petty stuff,
Mhm,
and it's just like sometimes you don't know what another person's going through and why they made you do that to you,
mhm.
because you don't know what's going on behind closed doors or at home, and so I choose not to make a big issue about it, and I just mute them so that
Yeah.
they don't know.
But see, then you gotta also look at it at a different perspective.
Yeah.
Like for example, like me in the me in the foodie world, and like I've been following like businesses, for like 4, 5, 6 years, and I'm getting to the point where it's like, okay, what can we do for us?
Yeah.
And if I don't see that since 5, 6 years ago they haven't hit me up, I'm gonna unfollow you and give the next person a chance. Because,
Mhm.
like I said, I'm out here trying to, save
But
the
my
world.
thing is, what does a follow do? Like, you know what I mean? It's just to follow.
I understand that, but I'm saying, like, if there was some sort of connection there at first, and all of a sudden it's not.
I mean, I did
Well-
unfollow a previous person I worked with. You guys
Okay,
catch it.
tell me why.
But there was a reason.
What was the reason?
Because she accused me of
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
that. Is
what
yeah,
I'm
that I
saying.
completely understand.
Okay, but if there was something behind that, like, let me know.
Yeah. Well, I
guess
think
the
everyone should be
question-
straight up. Like, I'd rather my friends
Yeah.
come to me and be like, "Hey, it bothered me that you did this,"
Uh-huh.
Oh,
and then
no,
I could be like,
exactly.
"I respect your opinion," But I was kind of like offended that
I
my
feel
friend
like
told me that, but I
everybody
wouldn't
just-
unfollow him.
Nowadays, everybody just likes to ghost people and not tell them
Mhm.
why, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
I feel like that's
yeah.
so immature though, because it's just like, why can't you just tell me to my
Yeah.
face
So
if you
then-
have a
let me
problem?
know so I can probably
g-
fix my...
Yes, so you
kinda
can fix
feel-
yourself.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that you think that maybe he might have not done it purposely for some reason.
Yeah, there's like lower issues too, but
If I unfollow somebody...
but I was like,
because-
what was the deal with that with that post? I was like, it was
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
just a meme that I posted. I was like, are you personally offended for a reason?
Well, no, because you also, you got to look at it. You are a small business.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And we
So,
thrive off of that,
and I'm
correct?
pretty sure he knows that you are a small business.
Mm-hmm.
So why would he get offended?
Well-
I just,
I think so.
There's something beyond that.
yeah, it's something.
That's what I'm kinda
yeah,
considering, too.
it's
Like, maybe we should
Yeah.
get this started. I'm
But-
kidding.
But that's not a you problem. That's a him
yeah,
problem.
that's his
Mhm.
pedo.
That's his.
Yeah, but I wouldn't
exactly.
unfollow him because of it. I just feel like
Yeah.
that's just petty.
But
like, I just
Marla,
wouldn't.
are you looking for closure with the person? Is that? I mean, why don't you just reach out? Hey, man, why did you?
I
stop?
have, and I
Oh,
got
you have?
ignored.
Oh shit!
But why
But
can't?
that's
That's
what- that's what
immature
she
of that
said.
person,
Well,
though.
It's like,
dude,
okay,
I
maybe
get-
you have issues.
I get
know?
I get Marla
Mhm.
because that's the type of person that I am. Like, I don't fucking hold nothing like on my chest. Like, I can say that I'm free. Like, because
So, do you tell companies
Oh.
that you worked with like previously why you unfollow them?
no, I never said I unfollow.
Oh, you don't
companies.
unfollow them?
No, I'm talking about smaller businesses that I don't see like. Obviously, like
There's no relation.
yeah, there's
Mhm.
nothing. There's
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
I mean, like I said, I'm about to meet millions, billions, even maybe even trillion of people.
I wait.
So if I see that, I'm not okay. Well, I've already supported their business,
But
but
do,
now they don't want to support. Like, there's no.
Yeah.
I don't see.
But
that
I
they're-
do believe we all grow, and we're never in the same place we were last year. So as
Oh,
we
no,
grow,
yeah,
people are
yeah.
gonna fall off, and I think that's what you're trying to say too.
No, yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
I don't got time for messing
Yes.
around, and it's like like either like I said, you're either rocking with me or you're not, and like I said, all these people like I've shown love to, and some of them they got lines out the door,
Yeah.
so I'm like, okay, well, okay, don't forget the little people.
But that's
like, I'm-
messed up on her part. I was like, why can't they just tell
Yeah.
you?
Yeah,
like,
like, tell me what I
Oh
did.
no, but where I
I'm
was
saying,
going
like,
at.
there
That's
was
messed up.
some sort of connection there, and we were all about each other, and then all of a sudden it's like unfollow, and I'm like, okay, what did I do? And
All right, let's
I
put him
get
out there.
ignored.
So no, then
Who was it?
let's all ask.
Going back-
we
Who
all
was
go
it?
there.
What-
Hey, going
What
back.
did I do?
Going back to it, then that was something different between you and him. That was not just.
It's actually
that-
a shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Shit.
shit,
It's a
shit.
shit.
I think the
I
issue was that it has to be a lot bigger,
Mm.
because it has to be a lot bigger. Something was there that
You-
like.
I feel like through all my years, I always like try to reach out to people when I see a change towards me. I always want to find out, like, why? you know, and they never give me a why.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, what is it about people
Well-
that they can give you why? If you were to ask me, if let's say I am following food, I'm a Hood Foodie, and he comes to me like, hey G, why did you unfollow me? You know what? You posted about animals dying, da da da. That hurt my feelings. I can't see that. That's negativity for
Yeah.
me. You know, I'll tell you
I
that.
haven't followed people though, like over
Why?
political issues.
Okay.
Like I believe everyone's like everyone can have their own opinion, but this person took it excessively on top and then was kind of racist or something. And then I was like, I don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay.
It was for that.
Okay, cool. Let's say you did that, but did the
Mhm.
person reach out to you and say, "Hey"?
No,
you
she
want-"
didn't care.
Okay,
She's
there
so
you
into
go.
herself, she doesn't care.
But
But
I'm
yeah.
saying, like, when you have a connection with somebody,
Yeah,
like,
no, that's what I'm saying. It's messed up because I
you
feel
want to
like
know.
you should go to someone like not man to man, but be like, hey, like, well, if someone were to ask me, I don't like making a big deal about things, but if
Mhm.
someone were to ask me, I'd be like, well, this is what happened.
Right. Well, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, let me ask you and just tell me, but don't ignore it. You know,
Mhm.
because
No, I had a girl do that to me too, and I actually saw her recently
Okay.
at an event,
Uh-huh.
but it was because of someone I previously worked with, and yeah,
But tell me,
she's
that
like,
there's nothing but like fake love there, right?
I don't know, but we're not best friends. No,
Okay,
but
yeah.
yeah, but we talked it out.
Okay. Okay.
And then she's like, I unfollowed you because of this. When she saw me,
There you
she's
go.
like, I unfollowed you because of this.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, you could have told me that from the beginning and we could have straightened it out right then and there, you know?
Yeah.
And if someone just came to you and said, hey, and like, hey, I heard you were saying this, you know?
Yeah.
That's just can fix so many problems. Like,
No, and I think and I think, you know, like we all like we all I believe it, we all work differently because I was recently in a situation that it kind of happened where you know the relationship was super strong and it was like powerful, and like, you know, I told this person like, hey, you know, something's off about me, but if you can look past that, we can fucking take over the world. And I don't know, it was a little thing that became a big thing that basically broke the relationship, you know, where I was just like, dude, what happened? Like, yeah, and it was that person was like, they didn't like confrontation. They didn't, you know, or if they, you know, they just kind of needed some time to kind of like, you know, calm down because they needed whatever they, you know, what was gonna happen. But I'm the opposite. And they knew that. Like, I'm the opposite. Like, I need to get it out of my chest. So when they were like, oh, yeah, you know what? This, I can't, blah, blah, blah. And then I started analyzing it. Like, it couldn't be just for, it couldn't be this. There's no, like, we were over here, like, you know, we were about to take over the world. And it couldn't be that something so simple broke that relationship. Like, it had to be something more bigger.
Yeah.
You know, what that bigger was, I don't know.
but everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. But now it's like, it's not my pedo. Like, I tried it, I move on. I don't stop.
Yeah, you know, I always say like you can only freak out on the things that you can control. If you can't control it, why are you freaking out, right? So there's times when it's like, I get it. Oh, what the fuck, dude? I want that closure. What happened? But at the same time, it's like, if I'm gonna preach about you can't control it, you don't know what that person was going through. Maybe they just went, I'm not feeling you anymore, and then just that's it. I'm gonna unfollow you, block you, ignore you, whatever. But on that note, it's just like, oh wow,
Yeah.
fuck it. You know, I'm not gonna let this person drain me out. You know, because of some bullshit. You know, like who cares?
But I think like life naturally gets rid of people as you grow. Like, I really think that life does its thing. Like, if someone doesn't want to be my friend anymore, I don't go chasing after them, asking them like, hey, what did I do wrong? I let them go. I used to, like, even boyfriends, like, I used to like be like, no, like, I would always try and like repair things, and now I just, if someone wants to leave, I let them go.
What about letting someone go on a text message? Would you do that?
I mean, yeah, you can send a long text message. I'm
It
kidding.
doesn't have to be a relationship like a
I guess I've always been the one, like,
boyfriend girlfriend. It could be like any business
No, but
relationship,
I'm
like
saying,
a
like-
message, like, hey, you know what? I just
Yeah, well, there's a company that I was kind of working with, and they wanted to do like a subscription page for me, and I turned it down because I didn't want to be looked at as an OnlyFans model. And I said, hey, this isn't gonna work out, and they never booked me again, and it is what it is, you know, like that's just not my style.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, we did that over text, and that's totally fine. I mean, they were probably upset, or like, it did bother me that they never booked me again, but I mean, just wasn't meant to be. But it was all done over text.
It's business. So what about something personal?
But what is this like on the way out or just?
Yeah, it's just like, hey, well, yeah.
He's
Like,
like,
hey,
I need a scenario.
Like, it's
I see his mind working.
like you're on a personal level with someone now, and then they go, you know what? I don't think it's working out.
Okay, let's say me and you.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, hey, I don't think I could be friends with you. I don't know what I would tell you, actually.
Oh, I was like, all right, cool.
But you wouldn't ask why.
You'd be like,
No,
bye.
no, like,
You wouldn't ask why.
There you go. Would you
You're like-
would you wondering like, wait, why doesn't she?
well, like I said, I mean,
Maybe it's something you're doing, but I think I would want to know why, because maybe it's something I'm doing that I'm not aware that I'm doing.
well, look, okay,
Exactly.
and I have those questions too because
Constructive
like,
criticism. So you're looking for some
Yeah.
constructive
Yes.
criticism.
yeah, 'cause-
Because that same friend did tell me, I didn't like his constructive criticism, but
Yeah.
he did tell me, like, you don't need to be posting everything you do on Instagram, because I mentioned us starting like a third business. And then like he's like, you don't need to be posting everything you do on Instagram. Like, they believe, especially at my gym specifically, everyone there believes in staying quiet and working in silence. But I think for us it's harder, because to us social media grows our businesses and does a lot for us. But at the gym I go to, because they're all like bodybuilders and they do all those competitions, they believe in working in silence, because they just believe in focusing on themselves and working in complete silence. And so he mentioned that to me, and that's his style in doing things, you know. But I don't think he understands that, like, I have my style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
no, and going back to the whole, like, you know, I mean, not having control, like, there's people, I mean, I've been in the game for years, and it's like, there's so many people that dislike me. Like, I'll be like steps away from them, and I know we know each other, and they don't even acknowledge me, and I'm like,
That happens to me all the time, though, especially at the biker events, because it's all the same models, and like they won't look at me or anything, but you know, I do go out of my way and I'll be like, hi, how are you? But usually that breaks the ice, because a lot of girls, they think like, oh, this girl doesn't like me. Like, we can follow each other, but we won't say hi to each other. And I think, I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of girls, like, we're all in competition with each other sometimes, or like we feel like it, but someone has to break the ice and go forward and be like, hey, like, and sometimes you just gotta break that ice. I've learned because I'm super shy, so I don't talk to anyone unless they talk to me. And then so like now I'm learning, like,
What if they're shy?
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Like, it could be something like that, like it could be an underlying issue, you know what I mean?
I mean, for me, I mean, where I was going with this, it's like, once again, not control, you know, or you can only control what you can, and
Right.
it's like, I'm not gonna dwell on this dude hating on me, or this person hating on me. Dude, that's their pedo. Like, that's not mine. Like, I don't have an issue with them. I can be around them. That there's something that triggered them, this and that. Like, I don't stop for nobody.
Yeah.
But there's also been times where I've been like that with people, and then like later on kind of find out, they tell someone like, oh, they said that so and so said this. Like, sometimes it's another person initiating
regardless,
things.
it's still, you don't have control of what but they believe it, right? Because they don't talk to you. So like I said, like, I can care less if you like me, don't like me. Like, I've gotten to the point where it's like, I know who I am, and I know what I want. You either with me or you're against me.
Yeah.
But if you're against me, just get out the motherfucking way. Cause you know what we're doing, dog. We're dreaming big out here.
Yeah. It's dreaming big is something that a lot of us don't do. I think a lot of us don't dream big because of fear. You know, we're afraid of change, right? We're afraid of adapting. There's not so many, you know, it's not easy. I don't think, you know, a lot of people, especially this pandemic, will show you that the people that were able to adjust to all this were the ones that are going to succeed and continue going through. The ones that were like folded and I'm staying at home, I'm freaking out, I'm panicking. they weren't able to adapt. They weren't able to adjust. Those are some of the people that can't dream big because they're afraid, right? The fear.
Well, they'll be. I mean, hopefully they'll get an opportunity to get tired of who they are and want to change.
Is that
because that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Like everybody was like giving me tough love, like, you know, get your shit together, get your shit. You know, era bien pedo, like, you know, I was all over the place, partying, everything, and you know, until the day I was just like, I didn't see my life going any direction. I was like, I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
Like, you have to want it. And like I said, some of us, we don't even get this opportunity. You know, so when we do, we gotta take take advantage of this shit.
Yeah.
So,
how have you guys done it? Trying to start a new business, you know, because you started off as modeling, and well, you were working at an accessory store, and you went from that to modeling, and then and so on and so on. You got your bartending. I mean, you're thriving. You have merchandise out there. Yeah. Where did it come for you? Like the fear of it, because we went from an employee to an employer.
Shit.
It's just really what Hood Foodie said. Like, you just got to do it, and this is your chance, and not think about it, to be honest. Yeah, there's going to be fear because, like, oh, what if this doesn't happen, but, like, no, F it. I know if it doesn't work out, at least I tried.
Yeah.
Exactly. Give it your all. Give it your all. What's the worst that can happen? You succeed?
Or you fail.
Exactly.
No, but I have fears every day. Yeah. No, like my candy business, the amount of money I spend on that thing. And it's so frustrating.
Right? You get discouraged sometimes?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Like, because I took this pop-up in on Thursday, had to be ready by Friday. By the time I got home, it was like 8, 9 p.m. Had to get a sticker guy, and he charged me $140 for 100 stickers because I needed it by 9 a.m. the next day because I took in this last minute pop-up. I was like, well, dang, I just spent $140. Then we need the vendor fee. Like just now, and then I sold out of the candies today. I got to go buy more candies, and then just like I have to be up all night working, and then like my pop-up broke this morning, and then so I had to go buy another pop-up on Monday because I have another, not a pop-up, but do you guys know what I'm talking about? The pop-up awnings. Yeah, my awning broke. I need a retractable banner. I always need something. Like I literally, like, I don't need to work at the club that I work at, but literally I work there to support my businesses because it's just like a never-ending hole, and it's so annoying. It's literally so annoying.
But you're still there. You're still doing it.
That's
something that you're passionate
No, I
about.
told myself you have to give yourself like at least a year of trying.
Absolutely.
And if you don't like it and you hate it, you don't got to keep going. But, my website's almost done. I have some other stuff that I'm working on with it. But, like, it's so frustrating.
I know.
And then it's just like, I want to be like, why the hell am I doing this? Because most girls that I work with are just like doing bottle service or bartending. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I do that. And then, like, I do that till like 3, 4 a.m. And then I'm up at like 9 a.m. doing a pop-up shop the next morning, and it's annoying because then I do them by myself. Like no one helps me put up stuff or like do anything. And it's just frustrating because you're just like, I'm like, is it worth it? Or sometimes I want to be out with my friends on a Saturday. Like you see everyone out like going to do fun things on the weekends and I'm like at a pop-up. Like it is what it is though.
But so the candies is still part of under the umbrella of La Michi Queen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So are you doing only candy, or are you also selling your
I have the
bombs?
rim paste. I have rim paste, Micha bombs, Micha mix, and then candies, and then I have some other stuff coming out soon. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you have a website.
The website's not done yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it should be ready by November. Yeah, I had to take product pictures. Like everything's just.
Okay.
No, keep going.
Like I said, it's a never-ending hole. I'm kidding, because today someone messaged me like, "Okay, are you ready to do your product pictures?" Ernst offered to help me actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, do you know Life with Ernst?
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He offered. He's offered a couple times, but I wasn't ready yet.
For him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Marla, do you know him?
I don't.
You should follow him.
Yeah, he's
cool.
really cool. Ernst Valdez.
He does like the best. He does really good TikTok content. Actually, I don't know if you guys follow him on TikTok.
What's his name?
Life with Ernst, right?
Yeah, Life with Ernst. His name's Ernst Valdez, but it's Life with Ernst.
He does a lot of like
TikTok and Instagram.
I inspire, like not inspired to be him, but like because sometimes I do really well on TikTok for bartending. That's what I'm known on TikTok for, is bartending and bottle servicing. And so I'm known on like bar talk. And but like I get unmotivated with it because it was easier during COVID because we weren't really doing anything. So I could bulk film. And then now that everything's open and we're all working again, I used to bulk film on Sunday nights and film like 5 videos for the week. And then throughout the week, I would slowly release them. And then now that everything's back to normal, like I don't do that. I lagged on it. And so I lost followers because I'm not active. So I went from 95K to 85K because I just stopped. I don't keep up with it.
You lose followers on, like, people just literally stop unfollowing you?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I don't get very many views anymore, but they say it's because TikTok pays me. But they say that it messes with your algorithm if TikTok pays you, that they change your algorithm.
Really?
So you have to undo it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it was nice when I was doing well on there because I was making a decent income.
Let me ask you guys. So most of you, your work is around social media, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. When that shit went down for a few hours, but it seemed like 3 weeks.
TikTok was up. Just kidding.
TikTok was up.
Snapchat was up.
But like, yeah. But Instagram and Facebook were down, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did that affect you guys at all? And did you feel it? Like, or were you like, finally I get a break?
No, I saw and I was like, let me post on TikTok really quick.
I thought it was like, is
did.
my page tripping?
No, I thought so too.
Yeah.
What happened was I was booking models and the artists, like I felt bad because I was like, oh my God, I thought it was me. I thought it was my Instagram glitching. And I was like, oh my God, like this artist is gonna be so mad at me because I'm not submitting girls on time and I can't open the girls' messages. And so I texted him, I was like, hey, there's something wrong with my Instagram. He's like, Instagram's down. And I was like, oh, I thought it was me.
Yeah,
like,
I thought so too until Snapchat someone posted about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool, it's not me.
No.
Shit, I thought it was because I didn't pay my bill down. Oh, fuck. Later to find out it was because it was down.
No, but I love watching TikTok videos. So I was on TikTok and I was reading the comments on videos and people are like, who else is here because Instagram is down? And I was like, Instagram's down. And then I got that text message. So I was like, let me hurry up and post a TikTok video because I archive a lot. And then so like I just went in because I was like, dang, there's a lot of people on TikTok right now. So I was like, let me post something really quick because I knew people were on TikTok.
Right.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Or Twitter.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's why I always give out my phone number. And like, you know, a lot like earlier, well, because I don't
Just
depend
to anybody or?
everybody. I don't want to depend on the social media, so like I always put out my phone number out there and I go just call or just text me or call me. So like when you guys what's your address, right? When you guys ask me, I'm like I text you guys that.
Wait, is that the number that's in the men's locker room in
That's
the
the one.
bathroom?
The one at the brewery.
For a call for a fun
For a
time,
good time?
call if you're there,
Shaking ass. That's the one.
That's
That's
the-
me.
It's like, call me for a good time.
But I do that because
I thought it was
reason.
because you don't want it in the group message. I was like, does he think someone on
No.
Instagram is watching? Because I
Listen,
messaged.
Hey,
Listen.
people are watching now.
No, you know what I thought of that? That's why I texted him. What's your address?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, see, I was just like, I was so busy today. I was like, I don't see it in the group message. Maybe I'm missing it because I didn't even see your post. Like, oh, if no one replies in an hour, I'm gonna move it.
But
And then so I got worried. I was like, that's why when she said it, and I was like, oh shoot, I suck. And then so I was like, yeah, I've been busy too.
Yeah, it's so busy.
No, yeah, and I know, you know, because I know Marla, like, she'll, like, well, for a few, like, I just don't send you, like, personal stuff like that. I won't send through Instagram. I'd rather just text it to you, right? But if you're not comfortable giving me the phone number, like, okay, fine, we'll do it through here. I don't mind. I don't care. I've done it before. I've had, you know, quote unquote celebrities that try to come on the show, and then, you know, I'll send it to them through Instagram because they don't want to give me their phone number, and that's fine.
But you can always unsend your address too.
Okay.
I've done that.
Oh,
Yeah.
You could have sent
Yeah.
messages.
You can unsend stuff. Yeah. Sometimes I unsend like an address
Should
or
have
something.
sent that one picture I sent.
But the only thing with that, but the only thing with that is that you gotta, like, especially if you're ready to like unsend this shit, like you gotta make sure, like, oh dude, as soon as they see it,
Did they see it?
You better
Oh,
unsee it.
shit.
You unsend it because if not, if it's something juicy, they're gonna take a Snapchat of that shit. So
Screenshot.
it's like,
As soon as someone sends me a
screenshot.
picture, I save it right
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
First thing I do, I save it. I archive.
Exactly.
I'm joking. This guy.
No, if I think it's something, I screenshot a lot though, and I like
Do you really?
save them.
Wait,
Yeah.
No,
For my protection,
yeah.
no, but I do
I
it
thought
for
when you
music
screenshot,
videos.
it sends a person.
No,
a
with
message.
a lot of like Instagram modeling or not modeling jobs, I get them through Instagram. So anything that has to do with money, I screenshot because if they don't
Traceability.
pay me, yeah,
Oh yeah.
small
it's
business
receipts.
claim, yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect way to keep traceability.
That or just like sometimes like after I work with them, they like message me inappropriate things and I screenshot it because I don't want to be blamed for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people will be unsending things like 2 weeks later, like late at night. I'll see a bunch of like unsent. I'm like, who's unsending things? And every once in a while, I'll go back and look at messages like from people, and I'll be like, oh my god, they unsent it. Yeah, but I see people. Do you ever get people unsending you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of
Are those
guys
the ones
will
that,
message
they're
you.
probably
and
sending a
then
bunch of
send you.
dick
Yes.
pics, and they're like, "I regret sending a dick pic.
Yeah,
I should have done that." Right? It's probably what it is.
No.
Yeah, I
You
don't
tell
get
me,
that.
bro.
I
Well,
don't
There's
get
like
I've never
some
experienced
guys
it.
with like
You know you've gotten some dick
girlfriends
pics
will
before.
unsend
I
things.
know.
That's what it is. It's because they're being sneaky.
Man, that's crazy. I know. With Marla, the last time we talked here, again, Marla was here for the very first time. How We Talk podcast.
Yeah.
So that's when you were here for the first podcast that I've had before, and some of the things that you talked about were like dudes, like married guys, sliding into your DMs.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and then you're getting the wives or the girlfriends like hitting you up.
Mhm.
And it's like, what am I? I'm just posting a picture.
I have a crazy story.
Yeah.
No, I was in Vegas like 3 weeks ago working, and this girl messaged me. Well, there's this fake. I always watch who watches my Instagram. Like, I have a lot of people who look at my stories sometimes. Like, well, probably not as lot as you guys, as many as you guys, but I get about 1,000. But I still watch everything. Like, I block fake accounts, and because I think I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but I think some people watch me from fake accounts. So I block fake accounts, and then like. I always I always watch who's watching basically. And what was it? There's a fake account watching me for a couple weeks, and I was in Vegas working, and someone messaged me. They're like, "Hey, are you dating my boyfriend?" And I was like, "Who's your boyfriend?" And then he said the name, and then I was like, I forgot who the guy was, and I had gone on like one date with him, and I totally forgot who the guy was, and then I just ignored it, and I was like, no. And then she sends a picture of the guy, like she knew where I met him, like down to everything.
Damn.
No, but this girl, crazy. She's all like, I'm gonna confront him, and ironically, that day he had messaged me, and I hadn't heard from him in like weeks, and probably like a month. He's like, hey. And then like she kept, and then I was trying to play dumb because I was like, I don't got time for this drama, like I didn't do anything, you know. And she kept like bugging me, and I was like, I don't know who it is and stuff. And then finally I was like, you know what, I do know him, I want to date with him. We only went on one date, and it was like a month ago, probably over a month ago. And I was like, but ironically he texted me too. He's like, he's texting you because he knows I caught him.
Damn.
And then no, but the story gets worse. She's all like, She's like, he cheated on me before, saying all these things, asking me all these questions. I ended up just telling her everything. And then she's like, text him back. I want to hear what he says. And then so I text him back, and I was like, hey, what's up? And then he goes, hey, just letting you know, I got back with my ex-girlfriend.
Who are you, Ryan Seacrest?
No, I know, I was because I feel for that. Like, I don't know. I've been
when are the
cheated
flowers
on.
coming in? Like,
Yeah.
No, I've been cheated on, so I'm like, I got my girls back.
damn.
No, because at first I was playing dumb, and then it wasn't working, and then so he's like, hey, just letting you know, I got back with my ex-girlfriend. Yeah, but then like she's like, I'm breaking up with him, and I was like, you go, girl. And then the next day she messages me. She's like, hey, so we're gonna work things out. Can you block his number?
Oh my
Wow.
Mhm.
And then
Damn.
let me ask you, did you guys kiss?
Me and the guy? Yeah, but I didn't know he had a girlfriend.
I know, that's so crazy.
Wait, you kissed him on the first day?
We went on 2 dates.
Were you her daddy?
Well, no. It didn't add up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so she just confessed.
No, because I met him somewhere, like at a bar. I met him at a bar, so I don't know if that's considered a date, but like I had met him, we all had hung out, and then
Like
we
intentionally?
went to dinner. No, I didn't
But-
meet him intentionally, but
Oh, okay, no.
he just
then
came up
that's
to
not a
me.
date. No,
Okay.
it's once you plan it.
I
That's
want to
when
know
it's-
where because you asked, did you kiss him? How is that so relevant and important to?
Well, my question is because the guy, knowing he was in a relationship, still had the nerve to kiss you.
No, but get this. He
Yeah.
hit me up recently, like last week, and he goes, hey, like, things didn't work out with my ex, like, obviously. And but I didn't reply, and he's like, but I think it's fucked up that you sent her the screenshots of all our messages. And then so
you're fucked up. No,
yeah,
he's fucked
so
up.
I blocked him. No, so I blocked him, right? And I never used my Snapchat, but then I started getting a notification on my Snapchat, and he tried to add me on Snapchat, and he tried to, and mind you, this guy like supposedly had no social media when I met him, which should have been hint number one.
Yeah, red flag.
Dang.
Yeah, and turns out he has a
Don't you watch
Snapchat.
Catfish?
That was
No, I don't. I don't watch TV.
That was what I was gonna ask you. Was like, so when you start dating someone, you know, back then it was like, let me get your number. Now it's like, let me get your IG.
Back then, when they will call you private, that's a red flag. That's a red flag.
When they call you private.
Yes.
I
What do
can
you
When
mean
you
like
that.
first met each other back then, before social media,
Yeah.
and you meet someone, right? And then they're calling you private, and you're like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, do you want to go on a date?" Okay, well, how do I call you back? Oh, I'll
Yeah,
call
that's
you. I'll
sketchy.
call you.
Oh
This,
shit!
yeah.
Yeah.
And
That
it
is
turns out that
sketchy.
dude was
Like on a
married.
block number.
No, exactly. It's
I was
like,
that is good.
no, back in the days, the way the way that they did it,
Tell
it's
us.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you would
Explain to us.
you would know where like, oh, let me call you. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, let me call you later. I'm busy
I'll call
doing
you at
something.
7 p.m.
And you know, you're there with like whatever, doing whatever. But yeah, it's like, oh yeah, let me go. So
Yeah.
after, I mean, come on, like after like 3 times trying to get together with somebody, and they're like, oh no, yeah, like, you know, give me like 2, 4 hours, 6 hours, like, yeah.
You get,
Yeah.
I hate being
Start
single.
putting 2 and 2 together.
I hate dating. Like, I don't date often. And then I was like, of course, this one person I choose to like go on a date with. I'm like, this would happen to me.
Yeah.
I was in a relationship for a while. And then before that relationship, I was in another relationship for a while. So, like, I think the last time I saw you, we were like, I was like at the, like, the guy actually met me here really quick to pick up my stuff. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he picked, or I got the rest of my stuff from his house.
That was awkward.
Here, because I was like, I knew if like something happened, like, be that on my back. Me
Yeah.
kidding. No, I was like, because I didn't want him over at my
to
place.
end it.
No, like I had
Like, was he
stuff at
dropping
his
off
house.
yeah, he
I was with
dropping
him for
everything off?
like 2 years, and
Oh snap!
I had stuff at his house, and then I didn't want him over at my house because I'm worried about. I won't have guys I'm dating over at my place because that's my space. Like, I don't want you at my space.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause that's my private space, and then I don't want, like, what if they're weird, or like, what if you don't know in this world? Like, I don't want them knowing where I live. I don't. If I
it might be very possessive.
Yeah. No, so I'm very, very careful about. So like, I let him drop off my stuff here because I was like, like, you're not coming to my place.
Yeah.
Like, no. So I was in a relationship for a while, and then he did like my modeling, and then so we had ended it, and then yeah, like, so I was just in a relationship for a while, and then obviously COVID. So like, yeah, and I was just focusing on
That
myself.
was the guy that knew you were a model. You started dating him, and then he's like, I don't like you modeling.
Yeah.
He's a little
And
insecure.
He didn't rock with you since day one.
No,
Right.
he's
No.
not
Yeah.
aligned with you.
I'm so glad I haven't dated since 1999.
Yeah.
My sister and her husband are always
was,
like,
that
they're
was
like,
the
I'm
last time I
so glad
dated.
I'm not single. They're always
Oh,
like, please don't ever leave me. They're always telling each other. I'm like, well, thanks, guys.
I can imagine it's very hard nowadays, huh?
Yeah, and then like recently I was like I had met someone, and I guess he mentioned to someone that I knew from like back in high school, like, oh, I met Amaris, she's really cool. And then that guy that I knew from high school, he's like, she models now and she works in a bar. Like, trying to, and then the guy
Yeah.
came to me and told me straight up, he's like, yeah, he was talking about like it was a bad thing. And he's like, yeah, but she has her businesses and stuff. And I guess like, he's like, just so you know, that guy doesn't rock with you, like, basically. And we hadn't even gone on a date yet, but I guess he was just like, she models, right? And she does music videos and she works in a bar, like, making me
He's
sound
bothered
bad.
by it.
It's so hard, yeah, because like, even I tried like a dating app and I wouldn't connect to my Instagram because I was talking to my boss today, actually, from the motorcycle attorney. She's like, oh my god, all these guys have crushes on me. I was like, they have a crush on Instagram Amaris. They don't have a crush on real Amaris because they don't know what I am beyond Instagram.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I always say, like, I'm like, they don't have a crush on me. They have a crush on my Instagram
Yeah.
because you don't know me without makeup. Like, you don't know me with like, I try and be as raw as I can on my Instagram, but like, I feel like a lot of these guys are in love with my Instagram perfect pictures
Yeah.
and they don't know me.
That's
You don't know the person that I
problem
am.
with that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they see perfection, and then they expect to see that in person.
Or every
Do you know what I
day.
mean? Like they don't know how to break that because photos different, it's lighting. There's nice hair day, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
You ever try to throw a curveball and do you ever try to throw a curveball and go, hey, let me just post a mommy picture where I'm just like got the baby right here, and then no makeup and
yeah. Actually that happened when I was starting, when I just had my baby.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was raw.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Let
it's
'em know.
important to be,
That's
because
not.
I think it's just really important.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to see both sides, the glamour side and the not so glamour side.
Yeah, but it's hard with me because my Instagram's my resume. So music videos, I don't submit like a resume. I submit my Instagram now.
Yeah.
Like your Instagram's literally your resume.
They have to see, like, right, how many followers you have. or
No,
how
like
active
they
you are.
want to see your pictures. Like, so my Instagram's my portfolio. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because this is how, again, going back to the interesting combination, like we're all doing the same thing. Like
I know you could relate to
hustling.
it.
We're
He's
grinding, we're
basically like-
hustling, we're all doing the same thing, right? Trying
Yeah.
to just, get after it. But where Alexander, he'll post everything and anything under the sun. Like, you see all his highs, but then
And
you're
all
gonna
his
see his
lows.
lows too.
But the cool part about that is he can, like with my job, I can't. I have to always be happy. Or like there's times I posted like where I'm going through things and companies have told me, do you need to take this event off? I'm like, I am
Damn.
fine. Like I'll be
yeah.
like, I'm fine. I'm just going through some things. Like I'll be there. But I've had companies like tell me, or like even people, they're like, do you just need to take this night off? Or like I'll be like, no, it's literally like a post because I want people to know that it's just not perfect every day.
Yeah.
But when I have spoke my mind or said something, like people have told me like, do you need to take this event off, or do you need to do this? And I'm like, if I told you, if I needed to, I would tell you, And I was just like, it's really hard for me to speak my mind because every time I do like share the lows, I get messages from people, hey, I hope you're okay. Like, and I'm like, I don't mean it like that.
Yeah,
like, I don't
yeah.
mean it to be dramatic or for
Yeah.
attention. I don't know.
It's why I don't do that. I do the more closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I do post something, right away I get a message like, "Oh, are you okay?
Yes.
Do you want to talk about?" I'm like, no, like it's just that moment.
Mhm.
I'll be
Yeah.
fine, but it's just that moment. But I realized that not everything should be shared on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
I do agree with that too.
When you have an argument with your husband, keep that
Mhm.
indoors. Don't put a
Oh,
video
well,
about
no,
it.
yeah. I mean,
100%.
you gotta-
And
you de-
100%.
you
Like, oh, they're
definitely-
gonna break up. Like,
No,
right
I have
away
people who I know people will post, we broke up, and then 2 days later,
Yeah.
together.
we're back together,
And it's
like
just-
posting
it
together
kinda
on
looks
low.
bad, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely gotta pick and choose your battles. But I mean, for me, it's. I mean, I wasn't looking for this, So I mean, that's why I think it's with this whole evolution. It's like, that's why it's you, since day one you get me. Like, however I'm in my lives, however whatever I post, it's like I don't just post to post. I've never believed in that.
Mhm.
When I posted, it's because I needed like to feel it, because you saw the response from the people. Like they felt that I was being relatable. And for me, it was like the first day that somebody, I was on a podcast interview. It was like, I didn't understand like the magnitude of me being so vulnerable, and like which I didn't even know I was being, by somebody asking me a question, and I spoke about my mental health struggles. I spoke about my about my boy that has autism, diabetes, and the elephant in the foodie the elephant in the room in the foodie world.
Yeah.
And just topics that they're just not talked about.
Right.
But yeah, and now I feel it's like, dude, like I could care less. I'm gonna try to be myself as much as I can, because at this point, because I don't know where this brand is going. Like I don't want to say like, oh yeah, like I'm never gonna do this and that, because I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes, like I feel like I'm against the wall and nobody's there for me. So now I'm reaching out to like these bigger brands to support me. So if you see me with McDonald's, you see me with all these people, it's because I need the support too. People forget that I'm a small business.
Yeah.
Like I do this full time, but bro, I don't even get paid part time. But you know what? I do this shit. It's not for the money. It's not for the money. And you know, this is that's for like I said, this energizes me. But then I also gotta understand. I've been putting food on everybody else's table, and I've been forgetting about my own. So it's gotten to the point where like, hey man, if I become a business, you know, it's like I hope nobody sees me like, oh yeah, the Hood Foodie ya se está pasando. He's been I'm taking care of my own.
Yeah.
Just like I've taken care of everybody else for the past 6 years, no questions asked. Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Because now I feel like I need to leave something. Like my parents young, like they passed away at a young age. My mom like at 53 and my dad at 51. So I'm 42. I'm looking like shit. I don't got time.
Yeah.
I need to do something, and I need to do something quick, so I can feel comfortable leaving this world. At least I like I said, going back to giving it my all, and leaving something, feeling like I left something to secure my family once I'm gone.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's passionate. It's easy for you because you're passionate about it.
It's me.
But it's at the same time, it's business. It's also business.
No, well, yeah, it started like not knowing what it was.
Yeah.
But now it's gotten to the point where like, dude, like I've never known anything. Like this is what I've learned and what I've loved. And the other day I was ya mero me ponía putazos with the chef, because it was like, for them it was like, I'm not gonna pay you to come out and try my food. Why am I gonna do that?
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm glad that I met you, because I've wanted to ask this to say, like, and you're the perfect person to ask. You're passionate what you do, right? He's like, yeah, I'm very passionate. That's why I don't need nobody coming in and tell me blah blah blah. Which I don't do that. I'm a whole different animal.
Yeah.
And he knew that shit, but he wanted to go that way. So I was like, okay, bro. So why is it that you can make a career of something that you're passionate about, and I can't? What's the difference here? I don't get it. Because apparently I whatever I do, I fucking do. I don't know. Like apparently I do some good shit. Like I put I don't know where to place myself.
Yeah.
But apparently I'm up there. So it's like, why, you know, I've held, like, I've never been able to hold, like, warehouse jobs. Like, that's the industry I was in. And then this, dude, I've been in this game for, like, 6 years, and I don't see stopping anytime soon. So why can I make my passion my career?
Right. It's the American dream. It's what everybody talks about. But yet, when you do it, you're going to start losing some heads, you know? It's just gonna happen. That's the nature of it.
That's when you find out when the real ones, the ones that were really there for you, or the ones that were just juicing you.
Yeah.
Which is understandable. Like I said, like I don't stop for anybody. I can't stop and dwell over it. I'm out here trying to save the world.
Yeah.
So
one bite at a time. No, you guys. I feel like we can talk for hours, man.
This is just the beginning. I feel good about this. Like we like
this is part of the wrap up segment right here. But I know that we can go for hours and hours. That's why this is like maybe the first edition of the round table. So we'll see. But I really want to thank everybody for coming out. If you guys all have anything you guys want to say and sign off with, please feel free. Amaris, we'll start with you. But
no, we can start with you.
That way he can close it out. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
How do you want me to close out?
Just plug. Where can people follow you?
How people can follow me? Amaris V on Instagram. Are you gonna put our tags below?
Yeah, I'll put
Okay.
everything. But people like to hear it too.
I hate saying Amaris V because then it's like people are like, how do they spell that? Because you know how my name's different.
It's
You
a pretty
know.
name, by the way.
Thank you.
Amaris.
I know. I was introducing myself and I was like, oh, Amaris, because when I work, I say Amaris, but like my family calls me Amaris,
Mhm.
you know. But I introduce myself as Amaris a lot, and people are like, what? And so like, or they'll completely butcher my name, like Amaris. So I just go Amaris Fee, especially when people ask me. But it's like so uncomfortable for me to say that
Yeah.
because it's just like I feel like people are always like, what is that? And then it's like I'm like, please put my tag below so people know, you know.
And you also have La Michi Queen.
I have La Micha Queen, the bartender babe, and I think that's it. I'm like, I think that's it. There's one more coming soon, but I'm not gonna say.
Okay, we'll wait for that one.
Yeah.
We'll get the exclusive later.
Mhm.
Alexander.
Well, I mean, thank you for hosting us.
Of course.
You know,
Thank you,
it was.
yes.
Thank you.
It started with an idea that I kind of threw out with to you because I felt it. I was like, hey, you know what, like it'd be kind of fun, like because I feel like now like I'm getting more comfortable and just bringing us all together. Like I said, I mean, you like Fidel was basically who got us connected.
Mm-hmm.
So it was only right for for whoever we were gonna choose, it was gonna be the people that chose us.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you. I mean,
course,
it was so dope. Even over here, like I was telling Marla, man, I was bumping the music. I was feeling it. It felt like I was like back in the days, like going to giggles, bro, like just getting hyped up. And but then I was like, oh no, but now it's a podcast, but I'm still. There was still that excitement, like.
Mhm.
Like let's
Friday
do this,
night
baby.
turn up.
Yeah, and it's Friday.
Poor Amaris
And
is
it's
like, what's
Friday,
giggles?
What is giggles?
Oh, trust me.
Is it a comedy? Isn't that a comedy club?
Nah.
Puro
No.
rock en español.
I think there's a giggles. Isn't it still open?
Glendale, yeah, it's still.
Yeah, I know
Still
someone
there.
who works there. I used to work there.
I used to work security at Giggles.
really?
dog.
You did?
Oh shit! I used to work security. At, your boy,
How do you
your boy
stand?
got around.
You're a pretty big guy. You guys make sure you guys follow. I mean, you guys already know, right? Follow the Hood Foodie.
Say your
And,
Instagram.
I mean, you
They
can.
all know who you
on
are.
my, I mean, on my platform,
I'm
and
like,
on my
they know who you
platform,
are.
yeah.
So.
And on my platform, it's at the Hood Foodie.
At the Hood
Coming
Foodie.
soon. We got the landing.
We don't know what
page.
it is. Like,
Pretty soon. I'm thinking like in a few weeks we're gonna have the landing page, which whatever you want to book me, shit. Even if you have a norteño and you want to book me, come sing. I'm down for it.
Nice.
he's ready to hustle.
Karaoke.
That's what he's
Karaoke.
saying.
But at the same time, you're still gonna be able to apply and for me to come out and support you. But yeah, now we're taking it at a whole different level
Yeah.
because, like I said, we're going worldwide with this. So.
Nice. There you go. Thank you, Marla.
Real nice. Please follow me at Juicy Marla G, and please check out my Fancy Brand 2019. It's at Fancy Brand 2019. Check out my clothing line. If you're looking for a bartender, check me out at Marla G Bartender.
Boom. There you have it, you guys. And that's the end. You guys already know where you can find the show. It's at Talking Again Podcast, Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all those major platforms. Make sure you guys tune in to to the channel. Check it out. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until the next time, we'll see you later.
Woo woo.
Vibe a little bit, laugh a little bit, yeah. Hosted by Fidel. Tell it like it is, only tell it real. Live every Tuesday, you know the deal. We talking again. You now tuned in to the tap in. You now tuned in to the tap in. You now tuned in to the tap in. We're talking again. Come on. We're live.